puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Herro. You can feel it in your soul, the win the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah. Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I am your host and only panelist today, Royal A. Shepherd. We'll see if some other people are going to pop in. I didn't really give them time. But yes, indeed, the Miami Heat put belt to ass today on the Cleveland Cavaliers, pulling out a 121-84 victory. I think they said this was the 7th largest victory in Heat history. Interesting game. I don't really want to say that I put much stock into it. Cleveland is without a lot of people, just like Miami is. But yeah, they needed a bounce back game after the way they got their asses handed to them by New Orleans. And I think today was a good showing for them. A lot of great all-around performances, a lot of solid performances from a lot of people. Starting with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler got 15 points on 6 shots, and a lot of that was due to the way that he started the game. Don't worry, Ashton. I'm not fooled at all. But Jimmy did kind of helm, or he kind of started off the Heat, and he didn't let them get too far behind. Like he started the game off aggressive, got to the free throw line quite a bit. Yeah, he said, "You don't care, you fool." Blew that shit out. Hey, Shark. Need to beat Golden State Warriors next. Golden State's not really the daunting task that they used to be. I'm going to do a lot more talking to y'all in the comments since there's nobody up here. But, yeah, I'm going to try and get through some of my thoughts on the game. I ain't going to be here long. Just believe it. But, yeah, I think Jimmy Butler started us off really well. And so we appreciate, like, how he played the game. He didn't shoot much, got 15 points, did his job, and was able to sit out the entire fourth quarter because the rest of the team started. Boy, Dan the Film Gent with the $5 dono. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said, this shit was a fucking massacre. I'm not moved because, watch, we'll probably lose next game. Maybe. I don't know, Dan the Film Gent. I don't think we might lose the next game, but I do like the fact that we won this game. Oh, we got somebody pulling up with me. My boy George coming in one time for the one time. George, how you doing today?
I am good, mate. I am very good. We finally played some fucking basketball, which was beautiful for the first time.
Yeah,
it was getting ugly. It was getting ugly out here. These streets were fucking painted red, bro. I'm telling you right now, this shit was getting fucking hard to watch. Not that I would have stopped. Just
a lot of people are a little trepidatious about kind of like leaning into this win. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it felt nice or whatever, but a lot of people are kind of hesitant about whether or not they should believe in a lot of the things that they saw. I was talking about Jimmy's aggression. It started out well. He only ended up having to play 24 minutes. Nobody except for DeLon Wright played 30 minutes tonight. But Jimmy Butler, 6 points, 15 points. Bam Adebayo, his 15 and 16 felt dominant tonight, bro. Like, it did not feel like a regular 15 and 16 night. Shout out to my boy Wesley Prince. He said, big fan of the basement. Watch y'all every night, win or lose, Royal. Appreciate you, gang. We try and do this more consistently. But yeah, we appreciate everybody who comes in here every day and watches us. If not, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe because we do this after every game. Make sure you like this video for us. He said, you need to make that slogan your fashion line, my G, for real. Are you talking about blow that shit out? I said every game, bro. When I feel it. Like, sometimes I got to, rile myself up. But George,
would you ever change it? Would you ever change it? Would you ever change your catchphrase?
Would I ever change my catchphrase?
Would you ever change your catchphrase? Have you ever been tempted to change your catchphrase?
I got a couple of them though. Like Yurt is one of them. Like that's how people greet me.
That's just the sound, though. That's just the sound.
Yeah, but fuck is you talking about? Like blow that shit out. I think at this point, like I'm too deep in it. Like I think I'm too deep in it and it done caught on. Like that's what people associate me with. Fuck is you talking about? Blow that shit out. So it's like it's cool as long as people like it, then I keep doing it. Even if they don't like it, if I like it, then I'm gonna keep doing it. So yeah. But George, let me hear your thoughts on the game tonight.
I will give them to you. As soon as I open my door, I let my dogs out.
Okay, go ahead and do that. I'll keep giving my thoughts. I was saying this about Bam. Like, I felt Bam had 15 and 16 tonight. Bam, it felt infinitely more dominant than it was. Say my boy George calling you a one-trick pony. Brother, at this point, I've been streaming for 5 years, bro. This bag is infinite. It's deep, bro. But Bam, it felt way more dominant than like the stat line suggests, bro. Like, part of that is because Jared Allen didn't kill us last time. This is the first matchup that we've had, Bam versus Cleveland. Last time Jared Allen was able to get like 25 because he went against the combination of Thomas Bryant and Orlando Robinson. But tonight, Bam was able to kind of do his job defensively. And on top of that, just kind of like clean up the glass. Like he was a one-man wrecking crew on the boards tonight. So I feel like that. My boy Shark said, like up and support the best Heat content on the net, Basement Sports Network. Yay! But yeah. George, let me hear your thoughts on the game, bro.
This was a game that we needed for a long, long time, which was a game that was easy to win because they didn't have a bunch of players. That we don't have a bunch of players as well. But we never handle business. Ever. The whole season's been so hard to like. We come in so like we go into the building, we're lackluster. We don't really give a shit about the game. Looks like just Jimmy doesn't care. But today it was 48 straight minutes of good play. Even when the reserves came in, that shit was still good. Like Thomas Bryant had that little, like it set the tempo. You know what I mean? Like, and it capped off with Thomas Bryant doing some sham god bullshit to get to the rim. But like they actually wanted the win. You know what I mean? Like you could look at the game and say this is how they wanted to play. They dominated the boards. They passed the ball well. It's exactly what you wanted, but it's hard to lean into this win, not just because of the injury to Cleveland, but this is not the team that we're running with come playoff time. There's a lot of names that come back in. Actually, it could be. We don't know. But there's a lot of names to come back in. A lot of game plans will be changed. A lot of minutes will be distributed, but I don't know. He's not coming back. I don't know where the fuck this guy is. Seriously. Do you guys remember the interview? Do you remember the interview where he's like, I escaped with no major injuries, and I'm very happy with that. No injuries, he said.
So, with the Tyler Herro thing, like some people said, like V21 says, nah, we need Herro. Look, I realize that Tyler Herro's talent can help maximize what this team can do. I'm not going to say we don't need Tyler Herro. I'm going to say that we don't need the same version of Tyler Herro that left this team. He will be coming back to a different team than the one that he left, one that is not as reliant on his abilities, his singular ability to score for himself or create offense for himself. This team, in and out, whatever, like there are people like everybody has kind of like found a new voice, a new role or whatever within this flow movement offense. And I think if Tyler can come back and find his way there, then yes, this team could use Herro. Like off the bench, of course, though. I think that starting shit is out the window. I think Duncan has kind of already secured that role. But if Tyler ain't healthy, bro, like I also like I'll just say this. Like Tyler coming back doesn't give me any more or less confidence in this team. So, like, if this team can make a finals, I believe it can make it with or without Tyler Herro. If they're going to get swept in the first round, then I think that can happen with or without Tyler Herro. I don't think his individual presence is as dramatically shifting to kind of like the outcome of this team as others. Like, that's just what I'll say without trying to get too rude. Shark with the $2 dono, he said, Highway Highsmith was letting it fly today. Brother.
I liked it. I liked it.
In the toilet, bro. Go ahead, bro. Talk about Hayward a little bit, bro. I guess we can give him his flowers. He leading score today, 7 to 10, 4 for 4 from 3. 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Brother, he was good tonight.
He was good. He was good, and I applaud him for his efforts. I think he's played definitely he played up to an expectation we didn't have for him, because he was for most of the season. Well, he started the season a pretty damn good shooter. When we needed a 4, he walked in the role. He played well. He kind of fell off the back end a little bit, which is usually what happens with a lot of front court players on this team, where they'll start off well, and then they'll kind of fall off, if that makes sense. His shooting went off the side of a fucking cliff. But
yeah,
today, man, he stepped up in the role that he knew that they needed some scoring. He played some pretty damn good defense too. So I give him his flowers for sure. But I want to touch on a point you made quickly before, is that saying that Duncan has secured that starting spot no matter what happens. I feel like, in terms of, I won't even say, I'll say narrative. We'll say narrative, all right? Even if Tyler Herro doesn't get the starting job, which I don't think he will. I agree with you. I think Duncan will be starting. People will not put it down to the fact that the Heat have found a better system and fit in Duncan Robinson. They're going to say that Herro's come back from injury, taking a lot of time off. He'll start off the bench and then work his way back up. I can guarantee you that there will be no point in this season, barring injury, touch wood, that Duncan Robinson will not be starting for this team. When did that was a long time ago.
My last name is spelled Shepherd. There's an H after the P in my last name. You said what was my Haywood Highsmith agenda?
No, that was it. That era was dead and gone a while back. It's still it lies dormant. It lies dormant, but it didn't come out to see the light of day.
It was in full fourth today on Twitter. Like, he hasn't been playing, George. I haven't had to slander him. He hasn't been on the court. But the day he was on the court, and
has that ever stopped you before, Royal? Has that stopped you before? No, it has not.
No, it hasn't.
I've seen Tyler Herro in a boot cast and has not posted anything, and you've gone there and said, so put some little stupid bitchy little fucking stat out there, no context. I look at it, it's got 87 retweets and 6 likes. Like, I just.
But Haywood Highsmith, look, dog. Like, I call him the worst offensive player I've ever seen. Like, I think he's the worst offensive player in basketball. What's up, Jess?
You shut your dirty mouth, because Hasheem Thabit existed as an NBA player.
Yo,
and if you're putting him in the same realm as Hasheem Thabit,
this is wild. This is wild. Mere seconds after Jess' comments, my boy Kane Ricky done pulled up one time for the one time. Brother, your timing is impeccable. How's your day today, King?
Well, I'm never in a rush, but I'm always on time. My day is wonderful. I feel fantastic. I feel like a championship-winning team did just that. And what?
The Heat blew that shit out. Fuck is you talking about?
I'm pretty sure I predicted that. Just the night before. So, you see, he's just saying that because he feels threatened. It's okay.
That is your catchphrase, Ricky. You do say it after every game, bro. The world's finally catching on, bro. I appreciate it. So let's talk about. We got finished talking a little bit about Haywood Highsmith, who, in my opinion, was awesome tonight. We talked about Bam a little bit. We talked about Jaime a little bit. Talk about Patty Mills, like the much maligned Patty Mills. Y'all acting like you can name the starting 5 on the Cavs. Like, who did we beat?
I thought that was Patty Mills in the profile picture. I thought that's what that was supposed to be. You said Patty Mills, then you put that photo up. I genuinely thought that was him.
Yeah, well, generally speaking, it's Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen, who else normally starts when everyone's healthy.
The Ricky J. Martin did say that. My boy Ant did not want to put himself. Don't worry about brother. You don't, Ricky. You ain't even got to. Don't waste your time. He knew his role and shut his mouth as soon as he came in there. Ant, my boy, pulling up one time for the one time. Ant, how you doing today, bro?
You don't care, and I'm not going to disrespect a nice black king, Ricky J. Mark. Come on now.
I appreciate that, brother. Brother, you don't have to tell me. To me, my X-Men. First of all, listen. Let me tell y'all something real quick. We're on a side note. We're going to go on this little nerd tangent for just a quick second. The boy Cyclops got an upgrade in X-Men 97, brother. Like, you ain't watched the show?
I haven't seen it yet.
Do your homework, bro. God, I'll stop.
Can I put my earphones back on?
I want to thank Nick A with the $4.99 dono. He said once again.
No, Royal. Let me, please, if you don't mind,
I got you.
Well, want to thank my comrade in arms, Nick A or Nika, for the $4.99 dono. That's kind of suspect, quite frankly. Once again, from a Knicks fan. What's that word there, George? Y'all say it wonderfully with that accent.
We fucking appreciate y'all.
There it is. Thank you. That's enough. Appreciate y'all.
Can I read the name too?
Nah, you can do that with us in the room. You can do that. And need what was that?
I said noted.
Oh, okay. Hey yo, I'm gonna have to hold you accountable. That was crazy. No. Okay. No. You being a Knicks fan, I would imagine you're aware of New York culture, and we can't allow that.
No such thing. Ant, want to hear your thoughts on the game? Talk about fucking Knicks culture, New York culture. It's big ass rats. That's what it is.
It was fun, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really fun when this team plays well. I actually enjoy myself. It was weird how it was like a complete opposite of the last game that we saw. And there wasn't I don't really feel like there's anything you could pinpoint. Like the Heat shot under 40% from three. The Cavs were slightly over 30%. Like nothing too crazy there. But what it really was is they keyed in defensively. And as a guy who has been hesitant to get off my hope of this team making the NBA Finals, it's games like today that give me that little bit. Ricky's been with me. Guys like me and Ricky. It's games like tonight that give me that little dash of hope that keeps the train going. Because after last game versus the Pelicans, it was tough for me to keep the agenda going, but I'm right back on after tonight, so I'm feeling good.
Little dash of hope. What you mean, little dash? You think I have a little dash of hope that the Miami Heat are going to win the NBA championship this year? It's no dash of hope. I haven't been this confident since LeBron Raymond James, that Wade Jones, like that one lady, played here in Miami. It's not a little. Oh, the little braids are peeking out. Oh, look at that. Oh,
I see you, Kane. They don't know what's up. They don't know what's up.
I'm out here. I'm out here living my life. You know what I'm saying? I was almost late. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had to do it to him one time for the 05. But yeah, or is it one time for the one time? What exactly is the one time that we're
one time for the one time?
Yeah. What is the one? Is one time the police? Because I know one PP is.
It's one time for the one time, Ricky J. Mark.
Have I been wrong this entire time? Is one time for the one time not? Is that not what I think it means?
I don't like him saying that.
What do you think it means?
Like now for the now, like one time, we'll do it one time for the one time.
I don't feel comfortable with him using those terms.
It's synonymous with do it for the vine. Same thing, George.
Or the dingo.
That's the whitest thing you could have said in general. Just the whitest thing.
Do it for the vine. Do it for the vine.
There was a basketball game that took place today. I don't know if you guys are aware, and he had like a bunch of performances from players that they liked that went really well. So I want you guys to take a player and pick one of them and talk about their game. George, we'll start with you. Take a player, pick him.
Hey, yo.
What?
Let him have it. Let him have
what?
it.
What the fuck did I do?
We'll
choose Bam. We'll choose Bam. Because Bam was the best player on the floor tonight. Absolutely. Bam was the best player on the floor.
Why do you have that?
Gave it away at the game for free.
Why are you wearing it? Is a better question.
So you take what people give you
inside out. At least get it inside out.
I had the Heat money line, my friend.
That's C is for punt. That's what you are, Ant.
What app are you using, Anthony DiNardo?
They don't sponsor my ass. I ain't gonna fucking say.
I was about to say, I'm trying to send you to jail. I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead, George.
In the great state of Florida, you are not allowed to wear that. Yeah, no, Bam was phenomenal tonight. And he had one of those games where it's like he hasn't had an offensively dominant game in a long time, but tonight was everything else, which makes him special, which makes him the best player that he can be was on display. He out-rebounded. He had twice as many rebounds as Evan Mobley and Allen combined. Like, it's crazy. It's a great game from him. 5 steals as well, 4 assists, did it all. I'd like to point some attention to probably the most important player of the entire game. And I'll take it from here.
Mm-hmm.
Someone can add this up because I can't. This was the most important player of the game, and it was spearheaded by Bam, and then capped off by little Patty Mills.
I think I know what it was because Bam had a goddamn. He had
that Odell.
No,
Odell
right.
Beckham
You got to go back because right before that he got a steal.
Yeah,
like
he got the Odell Beckham steal. It was. I don't have it here. I don't have it here.
Oh.
It's only this one. He had a steal.
Yeah.
That was a great pass straight to Jovic. It capped off by this. Boom. When is the last time a Heat player celebrated like that? When?
Last week.
When Bam hit the game winner.
Fuck.
Yeah.
When was the last time a shooter on this team celebrated?
Bam hasn't missed a 3 in weeks. He's a shooter now.
Duncan Robinson shot 1 of 2 last game. He went 0-1 this game. But Duncan Robinson scored 30 points in a game recently.
It's true. When was the last time Bam had 30? That's the question. It has not been for a long time. It does not matter.
You're going to keep asking questions until you get one of them right. That was your goal.
My skin looks amazing tonight. Look at this. That's it.
Man.
It's a good camera.
Look at that skincare routine.
Pick a player and talk about him.
Let's go with Haywood Highsmith. This hurts me because I consider you a friend, Royal, and to watch Haywood be the reason the Miami Heat's shooting woes are fixed because of Haywood Highsmith single-handedly. And the part that's sad is I gave you an olive branch earlier this season. I publicly proclaimed I am a converter into a Haywood Highsmith believer because I was on the train with you, but I seen the vision this year. And I tried getting you over to the side with me so we could enjoy this together, my friend. But you didn't want to listen. And we're sitting here with Haywood Highsmith not only leading your Miami Heat in scoring, he led the whole damn game in scoring tonight. In a game, and if I would have told you earlier this season, Highsmith leads the Heat in scoring, I would say, Roy, what do you think the final score was? You would have said 40-point game. Well, you're damn right. As the Miami Heat walk away with a 40-point victory and with Haywood Highsmith as the leading scorer. And shout out to my guy, Irwin. Make sure y'all like the video and run those subs up because we on the grind to 2,900 subs over here on the network. And a lot of that is because of Haywood Highsmith. I don't know why, but it is because of him.
There is not a soul who has subscribed to this channel for Haywood Highsmith propaganda. Okay? Except for Jess. She is weird. But I see you got that yellow card up, Ricky J. Mark. You just keep it right there for yourself. No. Put it right there. No. It is for you after what I just saw you do when I mentioned that white woman's name. I saw you, bro. I saw you.
Doing what?
I was looking at
my back started to hurt. I felt a twinge in my lower back.
There we go, Sharp. Talk to these folks. 2,900. Yes, that is a stepping stone on the way to getting to 3K. So if you have not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe here. Ricky, pick your player. Talk about him, brother.
It's kind of ironic that you brought her name up because my mind has been scrambled since she acknowledged me in the comments. So I'm not really sure what to I'm not exactly sure what to say right now, other than the fact that, man, my son didn't even have to play more than 20 minutes for Miami to blow this team out. All right. I need y'all to understand something, okay? An efficient 2 for 4 from deep, an efficient 3 for 6 from the field, 1 assist, 1 steal. And that was all she wrote. That was all that was necessary. You didn't even, all you had to do was just sit back and enjoy the show. I love it here. Y'all gonna love my son.
Shit. He was dog shit in the first half.
I'm sorry, you mad? What?
I said he was dog shit in the first half.
You mad? What?
And then in the second, he had like a nice little stretch. He hit like 2 threes in like 3 possessions. So I think, like Nico was cool tonight, but he was dog shit in that first half. I want to talk about DeLon Wright because somebody asked earlier, like,
yes,
is DeLon Wright?
Don't sleep on Jovic's defense though in that first half. He ain't scored, but seriously, he was rotating very well. Like legit. Like that's some shit I was surprised of, to be honest. I'm not even lying.
I think at this point, like, I'm beyond being surprised by Jovic rotating on defense. Like, I got over that a couple of weeks ago. like the time, I think the first time that we played the Pelicans when he was guarding Jonas Valanciunas was kind of like a corner turning moment for me in terms of his defense. He at least knows where to be nowadays. So like that to me is cool. I think they feel comfortable putting him at spot minutes at the 5 because he is rotating well and he just like he's using his size well. So I'm cool with that. I think the player that I want to talk about is DeLon Wright because somebody asked earlier, is it feasible for DeLon Wright to be in the playoff rotation when he's missing threes like this? I think it's going to be really hard to get DeLon Wright into the rotation at all in the playoffs. Because I just don't see Spo playing this many people. Like there are people who are going to have to get cut out of this rotation, and I think DeLon Wright is in that group. Patty Mills feels like he has more of a foothold on a rotation spot, probably because of the shooting and because Tyler Herro probably won't be playing. But but DeLon Wright, like I don't know, I don't see an opportunity for him to crack the playoff rotation. And do you think DeLon's getting in the playoff rotation?
Well, you said Patty Mills must got a foothold in rotation. He must got some dark secrets exposed to because you talking about DeLon not playing because of shooting, but this man Patty Mills is getting 15 shots a night. The boy was like 3 for 23 from 3 coming into tonight. I don't know what he got going on, but I will say though, with a guy like Patty Mills, he has like haunted me enough where he's earned my respect. I really don't give a shit like if he's 323. I personally still trust him. I know a lot of Heat fans were annoyed with him, but like I know he'll turn. His form is too pure to like continue being that shit. Plus, I thought he was actually pretty nice defensively today. So if Patty Mills is able to play and be slightly decent on the perimeter defensively, I'm cool with him. But that being said, neither one of those guys is going to be in the rotation, assuming Tyler Herro's back. But again, I saw the comment said because of his shooting or DeLon Wright shooting. I don't think it has to do with his shooting. I think Spoelstra loves DeLon Wright. That's like Spoelstra's favorite type of player to have in his system. But when you this light is bugging. But when you got so many guys, what light is it? Y'all see that blinking light?
You're
It's
high.
on, yeah, it's on your right.
Anyways, they're too, I don't want to say too deep a team because they're a deep team, but with very mid to below mid players. They have a bunch of guys that could be in the rotation, just aren't great. You know what I mean? So if they have to pick with who's gonna be in the rotation, I just don't think he goes with those two guys, Mills or DeLon, just because they're newer.
Yeah, but I think that's like you have to have somebody in there in that guard rotation. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's going to be tough for them to be able to remove both Patty and DeLon from the rotation. I just feel like if they have to choose, they're going to choose Patty Mills because of the fact that, like, that seems to be the direction that they're leaning anyway. Like,
this is how you do it. We talked about this before. If you go 8 deep, you got the starting lineup, and the bench is Tyler, Jaime, Love, right? So,
right.
So where they don't got a spot if
no.
you go 8 deep. Well, what you thinking, Ricky?
Tyler, Jaime, Love. I'm worried about Tyler, Jaime, Love. Are you starting Jovic in this scenario?
Yeah, Jovic, Duncan, same thing they've been rolling with.
Okay, well then Caleb is coming off the bench.
Caleb. Okay, well that's 9. That's Tyler.
Is he gonna play 9?
Well, I don't think so. So that means one of Tyler, Jaime, Love, and Caleb are getting cut, and you still didn't talk about DeLon or Patty. I like DeLon and Patty, but you start breaking it down, you don't got room for one of those guys.
You don't have room for either one of them guys if you're talking about an 8-man rotation. If you talk about a 9-man rotation, you still don't have very much room for either one of those guys. Ricky, just go ahead and weigh in on this conversation, brother.
Yeah, first of all, going 8 deep is crazy. Secondly,
that's why you made that face.
Here's the thing. I think Eric Spoelstra is always going to trust defense in the playoffs. We know that this team isn't always known for its offensive outbursts. Blowing out a team by 40 points isn't exactly something that you expect out of this team. It's more the defense. All right. Okay. See,
it's a legitimate question, Ricky. It's a legitimate question. Like, okay, if Jaime is going to play the way that he does now, I don't think he provides enough offensively or defensively to kind of like rationalize playing him over some other guys that can give you more. Especially if Tyler Herro is back or Duncan Robinson, then you're not going to be able to justify giving Jaime minutes over either one of those guys or Caleb Martin if he continues the lack of shooting.
All right. So, Lord, you know what I remember? I remember back when we were upstairs a few years ago before we went into the basement, and during a lot of these post games, back before we realized how mid this team really was, I was a big proponent of big picture. Like, you cannot define a season based off like a 10-game stretch in which somebody's playing a certain way. Because at some point, the first half of the season, this guy came in, and I'm willing to bet money that I don't have, which Royal. I'm willing to bet money that I don't have. That on the fact that the same people.
I've seen some things, Ricky J. Martin. Don't try it out here act like you ain't got no money now. Like
God is good.
White women are expensive, Royal.
Women, I don't pay for women. What you mean? Hold on. Whoa.
Continue your point. Let's not go down the road, bro.
All right, George. A lot of these people that are like, cut Jaime, get rid of him, all this other stuff, we're singing his praises the first half of the season. So all y'all live in the moment type folk, just have a seat on this. We'll sit this one out, right? Sit this one out. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is pretty solid, all right? He's having a bit of a rough stretch right now. And if we're being completely honest, some of his more struggles have come after, like that, what was it, that groin injury that completely threw off his rhythm. Y'all try playing basketball with a sore groin. Just because he's good to play don't mean it's fully healthy. That means he can play. And I'm not here trying to make excuses. We have all experienced injuries before, okay, in some form. Be it ego or physical, and that stuff takes time to heal. And we need time. Like, quite frankly, I'm not worried about a guy like Jaime Jaquez in the playoffs. Name me a big moment, a big game where you knew he had to show up in which he folded. I don't remember one this season. Jaime. I can't think of one.
But Ricky, we also got to remember, bro, he's like a rookie. Like, I want to caution against kind of like putting too much expectation on him in the playoffs.
Sure. And here's the thing, bro. I know, and I get that. Believe me, I get that. And I'm not expecting him to be 0-4 Dwayne Wade. All right. I'm not. But I'll tell you this much. I remember a lottery pick from 2015 that, quite frankly, played admirably for this Heat team in the playoffs. He didn't put up huge numbers, but he did little things here and there that made you believe that he was going to have a bright future on this team. His name was Justice Winslow. That man started at center in Game 7 against Toronto, and granted, series was over by that point, but he did what he could given his role and what he was supposed to do out there. Jaime Jaquez is the same thing. As far as him not going to produce too much, I think he's going to be just fine. But to answer your original question, and I know I've been going on for a little bit, I'm not as worried about DeLon Wright because defense, as they say, wins championships. The offense will be addressed by the guys that are supposed to address the offense. But in tight moments, you're going to need DeLon's D. There's no other way around it. And he's going to deliver. He's going to deliver. I'm not that worried about it because Patty Mills, as much as Spo likes him, if you think Tyler Herro's a pine cone, if you think Tyler Herro's a traffic cone, Patty Mills got waived for a reason. All right, he got cut from his team for a reason. He's at the end of his career. Don't expect anything huge from him. That said, who knows? Maybe he's Gabe Vincent II. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Resume.
Yeah, I did. I watched a little bit of the Jaime thing. I was in the middle of it. I still need to finish it, but it's some good stuff. I'm more interested in JJ Redick and LeBron James. Mind the Game podcast. That was a very interesting listen. Okay, so a couple of things. The Jaime thing. The only reason that I'm saying that is it's assuming health for Miami. And if Tyler Herro comes back, I find it harder to. Okay, first of all, you're going to put Tyler Herro in the rotation. Both he and Duncan will be in the rotation. One of them as a starter, one of them off the bench. However it comes,
whether you like it or not.
Right. Jaime doesn't play over either of those guys. Kevin Love's spot is essentially secured as the backup big off the bench, and I don't think that you pay Jaime over Caleb Martin. That is the only reason. If Spoelstra is down to an 8-man rotation, then that's where I see Jaime's minutes potentially getting kind of messed with. But in the 9-man rotation, Jaime is definitely in it, in my opinion. Let's pivot this thing. This game kind of like it's over with. I want to kind of pivot it to the next game because there's nothing more to talk about from this shit here. I think you're going to learn a lot more about them in the next couple of games than you will from this past one. So we got the Warriors next, and that's on Tuesday. George, the boy feeling good?
They are in struggle town. If we don't win that game, there's a problem. That's the truth. There is a fucking problem if you cannot beat a down bad Golden State team that has so many holes in there on both sides of the floor. If you can't win, then there's an issue. Because after blowing a team out by 30-something points, you can't go and beat another struggling team. Are you really playoff ready? Because they're in a play-in battle with the Houston Rockets right now. And while Jalen Green has been, on paper, the best NBA player over the last 10 games, he is the best player. He is the highest rating of any player in the NBA over the last 10 games. You should not be, as an organization, challenging for a championship, trying to miss the play-in like that, or about to miss the play-in like that. So they better win.
I think we should be cautious. I think we should be cautious about assuming that we can just beat that Golden State team. Yes, they are struggling. The Heat are only 3 games better than them at this moment. It might be 2 by the time they get finished with the game that they're playing now. Ricky, the boy feeling good?
Oh, yeah. I'm feeling good, but like you said, we need to understand that the Golden State Warriors are the definition of a wounded dog, okay? They wounded, but remember, they still got Steph and Clay. And on any night, mess around, next thing you know, you down 15. And, I don't mean the cute 15 either. I mean the 15 that feel like 30, okay? The Golden State Warriors are still the Golden State Warriors, even though they may very well be at the end of their dynastical run, okay? We could go in there and spank them like we did the last time, or they can get their get back. I'm feeling all right. I like my chances, but Steph still has a pulse over there. And you could say Clay is washed all you want, but let him drop 20 on you in the fourth quarter and you lose by 15. I don't want to smoke with that dude. Them light-skinned brothers crazy. They live a perfect life and they still want blood. Them dudes dangerous. All right, I'm slap on off.
Yeah, Clay is washed, but Steph is still him. And on top of that, Miami isn't really equipped to be able to deal with a Steph Curry at all, so we can't do that. And then you got a lob from the most elite lob man of my lifetime. My gang said the line is just insurance. Yes, he is, brother. You know who else is also insurance? My boy James Pugh and the people over at Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Pugh or give him a call today and tell him that the basement sent you. Email our guy James Pugh at jpugh, it's JPOUGH at simplehealthadvisors.com, or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that is 321-345-7738. And we're going to transition that right into our next sponsor, which is Aim High, Hit Higher Enterprises. Contact my guy Jordan, a.k.a. DJ Dynamite, at jament@aimhighhithigher.com, or text him at 561-592-4146. Again, that's texting him. Do not call that number. Nobody will pick up. Text him, 561-592-4161. He'll handle all of your DJing needs, all of your party needs, graduations, proms, weddings. He does it all. Call him and ask him about his other services too, because they include lighting. They got a bunch of shit that they can do for you. But just make sure you touch base with my guys and let them know what's going on. He said, oh, I see you, Dev. That's another law. He said, I think he just need to aim higher. My boy, that law is beautiful. I had already started to read. No, I'm just starting to read before. But, bro, that's beautiful. Somebody said, let George read it. No problem. George, they want you to read the dono.
Negro hoop today, George. Thank you.
Hey, yo.
Thank you guys in the comments. Always, for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without
What's going on?
Thank you to the
I don't know what's going on.
No. He got to go.
No. That's a straight red. I don't want to see him next show. That's crazy.
We have had enough of him. Okay? No, brother. I'm not bringing you back up here to defend yourself.
When was the last time I pulled a red on this show? Has anyone ever seen a red?
Never. Demonetized.
Oh man,
I'm just uncomfortable. He didn't even try to like pause.
Wow.
He went,
Did you hear how aggressive he said it?
that
aggressive
red.
as hell.
Like it was a little growl in there too. Like
Wow, I don't.
like
Nah,
Like,
son.
I
that's
was
crazy.
already prepping because I knew y'all were either gonna ask me or George to read it, so I had a plan. George
Nah.
went into that shit.
You know what?
fucking-
We have to replace
Fine.
George next show with another white, and I propose Jess to restore balance. That's
listen,
right.
She's not the fucking avatar. She can't restore balance to the streams. Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show.
Yeah,
making
fuck
it
my
much more
opinion on
fun
next game,
than it
right?
would've been. Yeah, fuck everybody. I didn't even give my opinion.
fuck
George
my
just said
opinion.
George just said nigga live on our stream. I'm ending your stream to fire him and find his replacement immediately.
I'll be
So-
his replacement.
You already here, Ricky. How can you replace him?
So you're saying I can't do two things at once?
You can't be two panelists at one time.
Yeah, I can. I have two personalities. We code switch in America, black man.
Oh, but if I do it,
Video me! That's the wrong video.
Oh yeah, we packing somebody up tonight. Hey,
Wait till I get my hands on George.
come on in, take your shoes
Just you
off
wait.
before we close the